My name is Evelyn Tribble with Team Dream Achievers here, and I just want to thank you for booking a strategy call with me. I am so excited to meet with you and talk through your dreams. What memory banks do you have that you want to build with your family? Why do you want to build financial and time freedom? And I want to be able to talk through those strategies that you can use to scale to six figures in your business. So, I wanted to talk through a few things that I would love for you to take care of prior to our call and before our time together so that we have time to really talk through all that good stuff. So, first of all, the minute that you booked with me, you should have received a calendar invitation and it should pop into your inbox. So make sure you go take a look at that and make sure that it is there. It's going to include all of the information about your strategy call, when you booked it. So it'll have the time and date, the email that you used. If you happen to opt in with a text reminder, your number is going to be there as well. And then, of course, if you scroll down, it's also going to include the link to join our Zoom call together. So that way we can meet over video. And honestly, it's going to be better because it's the closest way that we can meet, like feel like we're meeting over coffee, even though we're like miles away. So just know that that email is waiting for you in your inbox. Okay, now here's the second thing. It will also show up in your calendar with Zoom links. So that way you can just go to your calendar, join the call when it comes time to meet. So make sure it's sitting in there and set your little reminder. I would also like for you to review that there's a PDF prep guide and it's linked right below this video. I'll talk a lot about how to set up a sales machine. So it's one of the most important thing in this guide is that link to a free masterclass. It's a 1 hour class where my friend, my coach, Adrian, will teach the basics of what a social sales machine is. So that way, when we come to meet to talk strategy, you already have all of that basic knowledge and strategy where we don't have to start from scratch. Make sense? Okay, so this is what the PDF guide is going to look like. Okay, let me just kind of paint a picture. At the top, it'll show just a little bit of information about me so that you can get to know me, and you'll feel like maybe we're not miles away, like we're real people, right? It's also going to have information about Sales Machine and how they work and how to prepare for this call. I also want you to have a quiet place when you join the call because as we talk about these strategies, you're going to have a lot of questions. And, we're going to dig deeper. We want to be able to dig deeper. And so if you're somewhere where it's loud, or maybe you have the children, I know I have the children sometimes running around or at a coffee shop trying to, find some space and stuff, then honestly, we're going to struggle just a little bit because we're not going to be able to dig down and find solutions for you. That's the most important thing, that we walk away with finding solutions for you. So please make sure that you set aside 45 minutes to an hour to talk together. And I'm going to be doing the exact same thing. I'm going to set aside a quiet place and a time to talk too. And so I would just ask that you would do the exact same thing too. Okay. So of course, as you're looking into the strategy of your business and how to scale to a six-figure income, yeah, you're going to naturally start to wonder what's included in that? What are all the pieces and all the parts that come into play? So please know that in that PDF guide, it's going to cover a bunch of information that shows you exactly what is included and how it comes together and how we break it down. To set up your social selling sales machine. That way we can jump into other questions that you might have and save a little bit of time for our time together. So do be sure to link into that PDF guide and watch that tutorial. Watch all the videos there. There's a number of video resources for you, and the masterclass is one of them. But there's also information about setting up a social selling machine, yeah, for your business. All right. So, of course, naturally, by the time you work through the guide, you'll start wondering, what does this social selling sales machine cost? So if you're wondering what the cost is and you're wanting to get that out right out front, what I can tell you is this: we really just need to talk about it when we meet. There's a reason for this. And the reason is because the cost of the machine might change over time, depending on what's happening in the market and what tools that we use, actually, but also the skills to the lab program as they bring in different coaches and guest speakers and special programs. So at the time of this filming, if I give a price, it might be different 3 months from now, 6 months from now, a year from now. So let's just talk about it together during the call. So now, if cost is a concern for you, I also want to encourage you with maybe a new way of thinking about cost. What I can tell you is that entrepreneurs who have successfully scaled to six figures, 7 figures and above, all right, they are not they're not concerned about the cost. Um, they don't even look at the cost. They look at investments and what is the return on their investment. So if I invest in my business, what is the return that I'll get back? What is the value that I'll get back? What is the potential that it could bring to me, my business, and my family? So it's not really about the cost, but what is your return on the investment? What potentials open up by building that right strategy, structure, skills, systems in your business? So, also, you need to think about what's the cost of not taking action, right? Of not learning the right skills to hit six figures. Obviously, the cost is not earning six figures, right? But what's the cost to your family and the freedom that they don't have because you're struggling in your business? Like, what's the cost mentally of not seeing the revenue flowing that you need to cover your bills, your expenses, and your life? If you're concerned about the cost, you're probably dealing with some of those mental costs, of questioning your business, questioning your capabilities, and eventually it leads you to a place where just you're not sitting in the belief in your business. So there's a cost of not taking action, right? It's costing you the freedom that you're really looking for by building your business and all the benefits that come along with that for your family. So I would totally encourage you to think of the cost of investment um, in your business, but also think about the cost of not investing in your business and what's the return on investment. Um, s- you know, for most people, I will say the cost of setting up a social sales machine is easily offset by signing anywhere between 2 to 4 team members every month. So, as long as you have enough belief in the social sales machine to believe that you can sign up 2 to 4 team members every month and it's paid for, the return has come in and paid itself, and everything above that, like your product sales and the commissions that you get from that, and bonuses, all of that. It's just the income that comes in after that's just going to be gravy on top. So the return on your investment is far and above worth the cost that it takes to set up the machine. And I think that as you review the PDF guide below, you'll see that that's exactly what I believe will happen to me and exactly what I would like happen to you. So please be sure to read through that entire PDF, watch all the videos, especially the social selling sales machine, and make sure that you're really clear about the pieces and the part of the social selling sales machine so we can talk strategically about how to get your business and your life to a point where you're freely flowing toward a six-figure income. I'm so excited to meet with you, to hear about your dreams, to hear about your unique situation. So please review the information below, and I will see you on the call.